Hello everyone! Today I am drawing some adopts, and before I get into anything, I'm sorry if there's background noise. My door cannot close, so that's fun for me. Anywho, yes, I'm drawing some Halloween adopts, or themed I guess. I guess they're Halloween adopts, because they're Halloween themed and I'm posting them near Halloween. For some of you who don't know what an adopt is, it is essentially a purchasable design. A lot of people do these on Tumblr and DeviantArt especially. There are some dedicated sites to it. I know that some people don't agree with them, which is very strange considering they are literally, as I mentioned before, purchasable adopts designs. So it's though as if you would have someone who is a designer design a character for you, except this is more sort of utilized for a faster purchase kind of thing. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to draw some because I was in the mood to draw some designs, but I didn't necessarily want to keep them, so I just thought I'd do this instead. And here we are now. So this first one is sort of based on the headless horseman type of myth thing. I just really wanted to draw a pumpkin kid, considering it's Halloween, October, pumpkins, the whole shebang. And yeah, so that's basically their story, and I wanted the pumpkin vine thingies to kind of look like hair, and I thought that was fun. And while I was drawing these, I was actually sort of like mulling over, kind of like, oh, do I want to keep it more like medieval styled clothing, or do I want to just bull? But I ended up just going for a sort of modern look, but Halloween themed. You know what I mean, sort of this. I also drew a witch, which is a little cliche, a little basic, but I mean, witches are fun. Witches look nice, and yeah, that's it. I've no other defenses, not that I need any, I think. With her, I wanted to sort of, I had a very specific theme in mind, and that was stars, and her color palette was sort of like set in mind even from like the get-go, which is going to be blue and gold, which in my opinion is one of the best color combinations. I just think if you accent things gold, most of the time it'll just look good. It'll look snatched, because gold is just a very nice color, and I will stand by it. But yeah, I wanted to make her a cute little star witch, or maybe like charms or something. She's got a cute little cat charm at the end of her broomstick. And then after that, I initially wanted to draw a vampire, because vampires are also kind of like a staple Halloween monster thing, and instead he sort of like ends up looking like an imp or like a demon, simply because I gave him the little wings, which I initially wanted them to be like, oh, haha, bat wings, he's a vampire. But yeah, they ended up just sort of looking like devil wings, so I went with it. I was like, yeah, okay, devils, imps, they're also kind of Halloween-y. So yeah, I went with that. There's even like the remaining of the little bat earring on there, but funky. Also, I wanted to give him a tattoo, but since I was committing to the devil kind of thing, I was like, well, it doesn't have to be anything too spectacular. I could just like give him a snake. That'll be fun. And I sort of like made it wrap around like from his one arm over to his like neck to his other arm. So I thought that was cool. A little nifty thing. And after him, I drew a lagoon monster, which was initially supposed to be a siren, and you can sort of see some allusions to that by the fact that I give her a harp purse thing. So that was sort of kind of like, oh well, sirens, they have beautiful voices and they sing to people and they lure them in and like kill them or whatever. So I was like, yeah, okay, harp, music, fun. But then I sort of felt like Lagoon Monster was more Halloweeny and Siren was more Yarhar, I'm a pirate. But I still kept it because I thought, well, you know, she looks kind of like she's the belle of the ball. She's out here to party and she needs a cute little purse, so she got one. But this one I really wanted to do like the water hair, kind of like the mermaids in Adventure Time, you know, those water ladies. Yeah. And then with the coloring, so with the pumpkin, I wanted to keep them sort of more earthy toned and just really bring out that pumpkin, bring out that orange, but also, you know, kind of complement it. With the witch, already had everything set in sort of stone with her colors, blue and gold, gorgeous. Then with the imp, you will see later, I color him, like, I color his blouse or his shirt, whatever, a nice yellow, and I sort of noticed that it was a more 80s sort of style with those friggin' shoulder things, so I did so accordingly, and I gave it that little sort of, like, typical 80s pattern or whatever the hell, and I was like, yeah, this looks nice. His fit is great. And then with his hair, this is I was very specifically referencing something that only like my friend and I were mad about, and maybe like 2 other gays, but so you will see that I've colored his little fro like an orangey color, and that is because when the Baptiste trailer came out for Overwatch specifically, you can see that he's sort of sitting there, and he's got his gun or whatever, and he's like killed or incapacitated some soldiers around him, and he's sort of just sitting there all like, I'm Baptiste. And then there's like light coming down, and it's illuminating like part of his hair, but the way that it was illuminated made it look pink and not just like it was light hitting the hair. So I was like, oh, Baptiste, you have pink hair? Well, don't mind if I do. That is quite snatched. And so this entire time, before Baptiste came out, well, like when we only had that image, I thought Mans had pink hair, and I was like on board for it. I was like, that's beautiful. I love that. And then I saw his model, and his model was like broke. It was broke. No pink hair, ugly ass stash looking guy. No. No. And needless to say, I was a wee bit disappointed. I was like, my man doesn't have pink hair, so what's the point? And also he has the ugliest skins. The ugliest skins. Anyway, so moving on from Imp Boy, I feel like I dwelled in him a little too long because of Baptiste. Going on to Lagoon Lass. I wanted to make her very blue, but then I was like, oh, blue is like Siren, I'm not doing that anymore. So I went for more like swampy color of like, you know, like a foresty blue where it's like kind of leaning towards green, and again, gold accent because it just goes good with the blues. I gave her a red eye simply because her fins, you know, also did that. I just really wanted to make her look regal, I suppose, sort of like very, very preppy. And I feel like I achieved that to a certain degree. But anywho, to go off a little bit about Halloween, I quite like Halloween. I'm not into it as much as I used to be, and I feel like that might because I'm getting older, and also because the country I live in doesn't exactly celebrate Halloween, so it's a little hard to get, you know, into the festivities when no one else around you celebrates it. And also, it's been hot in Topeka. So how am I supposed to get into my Halloween spirit, my autumn mood, if it's 28 Celsius outside still? Like in the mornings, it'll be cold, and then in the afternoon, it'll be hot, and then at night, it's cold again. And I'm like, listen, I don't know how to get dressed. Because Because if I get dressed in the morning and I'm all snug and nice and warm, then I'm gonna be hot as shit later. And I don't want that. And if I get dressed like in short sleeve during the day when I have second shift, at night I'm gonna be cold. And I don't want to lug around a whole ass jacket. You know what I'm saying? I hate this weather, bro. Just be cold. Just be cold. Just be cold. But besides that, I really appreciate the aesthetic of Halloween. I think that, you know, it's thematically, it's so like there. I love the aesthetic. I wish I went all out this year, but I didn't. I was lazy. I didn't care. But whatever. There's always next year. Next time with more friends or whatever. But I don't think this will be my last Halloween themed thing. So I will see you soon again. You can follow me right here at the links provided, or the @, whatever they may be. You can support me at my Ko-fi over here, and I'm working on a join button, so be on the lookout for that. And go read my comic, which is at pass.io and Webtoons at Between Stars on both respectively. For updates on that, follow the Tumblr page or my DeviantArt or my Twitter. We're all three. Thanks and goodbye.